Where the fuck is McClay?
Where the fuck's Upa?
He's be here in a second. You can stop it. Awesome. This is the Bogcast. We are brought to you by Bang Salon. Come get all your hair needs, including cuts, natural colors, vivid colors, extensions, shampoo and stylings, all under one roof at Bang Salon. Find and message Bang Salon on Instagram at BANGDSALON. Use promo code
Bogcast
for 20% off your first visit. So come on down and get banged by Jordan. But if you really try to bang her, I'll fucking kill you. It's okay, Phoebe. Cool.
Check us out on Spotify, Google Play, Google Music, iTunes, and subscribe and like.
Word.
Hell yeah, brother.
So what's going on, man?
Same old shit, different day, dude.
Yeah, so you actually scheduled the colonoscopy?
Yeah, dude. This shit sucks.
What? So like 3 weekends away? 3 weeks away?
Yeah, the 28th. 28th is a big day.
What are you most nervous about, the procedure or the results?
The results.
Really?
Oh, yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. The procedure I'm not too worried about anymore because I've had quite a few people tell me that they've had it already and that it's not as bad as I think and stuff like that. So.
The fuck was that? Oh, you all right, buddy?
We'll see.
Right on. Is Fabius in frame?
No.
Oh, sweet.
Not now.
Oh. Anyway, we got Fabius joining us for this podcast. We'll see how
Chilling.
he does. He's the sweetest, most chill dog ever, but when people come over, he's just so amped up. He's just so excited.
Rightfully so, man. He's a dog.
He's just like, oh my God, it's somebody. Oh my God, I haven't seen you, blah, blah, blah. So he's finally, I think, chilling out, and it'd be kind of cool if he just chilled like this during most of the podcasts. But I was going to ask you, do you remember that time we had free McDonald's for a year? Did you know about this, Don Rizzo?
No.
So, here, let me spark this just really quick. Does it matter what end? Doesn't matter, right?
No.
One of the things we used to do back in the day like crazy is go to Zia's. Just if we were bored, whatever, new album came out. It was probably if we were just bored that day. But I'll never forget leaving. God damn it. And standard procedures when you leave Zia's is to grab a New Times on the way out. And back in the day, I mean, New Times was the shit.
It was the internet.
The internet, especially if you're in the music scene for local bands, every major band coming to town. Like, I love the New Times.
You'd always go back to the back where you'd see all the shows and you'd look for
the music
Boston's,
section. Yeah.
Mason Jar. And then after you looked at those two places, you'd go look at, the big one that they produce and they put out the ads.
They used to have badass articles in there too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Then, yeah, eventually you'd go off in
See
the
you
articles.
later.
But anyway, so I grabbed a New Times.
Yeah, this was amazing.
And in the New Times was, you've seen those Monopoly games, right?
Yeah.
So there's a Monopoly board and 2 game pieces. And by the time I got into McClay's car, the board fell out and I pulled out the pieces and I won a free cheeseburger. I was like, holy shit, a free cheeseburger? That's sick. And then I looked over and there was probably maybe 20, 30 New Times still in the thing. So I was like, fuck, if this is a free cheeseburger, I wonder how many more free cheeseburgers are in there. So I just grabbed all of them. And within those 30 New Times, we probably got a free Happy Meal, a free...
couple free combos.
Snow cones, So this just sparked a huge idea between me and McClay where we end up just going back to Blanzia's. And Blanzia was there. Mike McGrew. Maybe JJ Burnett. I don't remember.
Todd probably.
And and Steve Mortel.
Yeah.
And anyway, we broke up into groups and decided to jack every New Times
In the valley.
with pretty much, yeah.
I swear to God, we were coming all the way down here, man.
It was pretty much like 19th Avenue to like 83rd Avenue in Beardsley all the way to
I-10. It was. I swear to God. We were going to the Bushco to get them, remember?
Oh yeah.
Dude, you would look for those little red boxes on the side of the road, and you would literally. I had a truck at the time. We would clean them out, dude. My
Denny's,
truck,
Libby's.
Yeah.
Remember like all those old school restaurants that are around?
Yeah. Luby's, yeah.
Luby's, yeah. And so then we all just end up meeting at a Blanzia's house with all these new times. We pulled out all the carts, and I'm not even exaggerating to you, Don Rizze. We split it out pretty evenly between all of us. I probably had 500 free snow cones.
Not snow cones, ice cream cones.
Ice cream cones, yeah. 100 free value meals.
Yes.
Value meal, like
Each
anyone
person
you
got
want.
100.
Yeah, 100 of them. Free drinks, free this, free that. I would go to McDonald's and just hand out the ice cream cones to the little kids, like, oh, you guys don't want, because I had so much.
McDonald's wouldn't let us come in anymore. You remember that? They're like, you guys can't come. Bullshit. You guys put out the advertisement. It's not our fault that we figured it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we bitched about it, and they had to serve us. For almost a year and a half, we got free McDonald's every day for, I mean, not every day, but for free McDonald's. We went there for, we were in high school at the time, so we would go there for lunch, and we would get food for everybody that went with us,
You know what's funny is I don't think Brian ever told the family that. Like, I don't remember.
Really?
Yeah, you did. I remember hearing about it, but I don't remember that at all when I was a kid.
Dude, we had Ziploc bags full of them. Ziploc bags full of free things. It was funny because Tracy came home, and
we would separate the Ziplocs for what they were. So the value meals would be one, the drinks would be another, the ice cream cones would be another, and I forgot how many different ones there were, but there was like 6 or 7 different items you could win.
Yeah.
How many coupons or the Monopoly pieces came in each New Times?
Two.
2? And you guys had that many?
Yeah.
Dude, listen to this. The back of the truck got completely
searching for Park Place.
Yeah.
Or Boardwalk, I mean.
We would
because we had every piece too to the Monopoly game.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the whole truck was full of New Times, and then we'd go through them all, and we'd go trash those in big trash cans. So I feel bad for whoever put money in those New Times to advertise, because nobody fucking saw them except for us. And then we would go about and get more. And I mean, at one point, I think we had New Times stacked like this high in Blanzia's front room, and Tracy walked in and went, "What the fuck is going on here?" And I think we just handed him a bag, and he went, "Cool."
That's not what he did when he found my 6-foot bong on the side of his house.
He smashed that fucker.
We got kicked out of our band studio. I had a 6-foot plastic bong. I had nowhere to put it. So I guess we decided to stash it on the side of Blanzia's house in the bushes. And then his dad came out and found it, and I guess he just launched it, right?
Yeah, he just broke it.
Yeah, it was
break
plastic.
it over his knee like Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
It was plastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That 6-foot bong, man, had a lot of... That's where the high five generated from.
Yeah, the original. Yeah.
Because you and Blanzy were so stoned you couldn't connect the high five.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was crazy.
So you know how whenever we go to give high five,
you don't know that?
we miss each other on purpose?
Yeah.
That's because we were so stoned one time at the studio.
We went to room 26. We had the Pat Nevey stage keyboard thing we'd stand on to hit the 6-foot bong. And yeah, I'll never forget. Someone else was in there because I remember hitting the 6-foot bong and then looking down at you guys going to high five each other and missing, and then it was like, oh, that's our handshake, or whatever the fuck. And the funniest thing is, I never ever talked to Blanzy ever at school, because we were just in completely different cliques. We didn't ignore each other, but when we'd walk by each other, we'd go like this. Like the sign, that was like our gang sign. And so all his goofy preppy friends would be like, what the fuck? Why were you guys? So on our graduation walk, when we're walking down the thing or whatever, and there's a video of we're just going it was stupid, but it was just our little gang, a little stoner gang. The goofy shit that you come up with when you're fucking.
And then the cop followed you guys around the whole graduation. Remember that?
No, he didn't follow us around the whole graduation. He followed us around. He thought that there was somebody that had shot in the air, and they had supposedly a vehicle that matched ours. And so a cop pulled us over as we were leaving the party. And
was I there?
No, it was me, Steve, and Chris.
I don't remember
Steve
this.
was driving, but Chris had just picked up an ounce, and he was like, "What do I do?" And I go, "Dude, as soon as we get out of the car, just throw it. Throw it to the side. He's not looking. Just underhand throw it, right?" He goes, "Okay." So, because they asked us to get out, they thought we had guns and shit. And so when he threw it right in between the cop's legs.
Blanzia?
Yeah. And the cop Did not see it.
What?
I swear to God. We were scared shitless, dude. We were so scared, man. He pulled us over at Belanzi's house. So he was standing in the driveway, and he's just standing right over an ounce of weed, dude. Right in between his legs.
One time, we'd get up at 6 a.m. You never worked the night shift, did you?
Fuck no.
No, you did, right?
What, a ST?
Yeah.
No, I worked the night shift for the last 4 years.
So, it's like getting up at 6 a.m. And then I was a huge alcoholic, obviously. Then I went over to this dude's house, drank a shit ton. It was about 8 a.m. This was on like 59th in Glendale. And I was taking 59th all the way to like Union to go to my dad's on 51st. And 59th is like the worst drive ever because it's just Glendale cops, and they're the fucking worst, especially back then. And I get pulled over and I was completely wasted. I shouldn't have been driving. It was just stupid me driving anyway. But there was a bus stop, and when you're like, fuck this, and you just and I cut somebody off, so he pulled me over. But there was so much traffic going on this side that he came to the window from the passenger side.
Yeah.
And he's like, license, registration. I also had a half bottle of vodka or something under in the back seat too, which is illegal to have an open container. And I had a half ounce of weed in the glove box. And he goes, pull out your license and all this shit and your registration. So I open the glove box. He's right there. And there's a half ounce of weed right in front of his fucking face. And I am hammered. And I'm like, this is it. I'm done. This is it. And I just start pulling out form after form after form. I can't even find it. I'm like, here's like, this isn't it. This isn't it. This isn't it. And finally he's like, just don't do that again, man. I'm like, all right, cool. And I drove off. And then I woke up the next day, like barely even remembering those things, going, holy shit, I dodged a bullet there.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if he like saw it and just didn't say anything or was just, I don't know. I can't believe it.
You were underage?
I don't know. I might have been 20 or I might have been 21 because the guy I was hanging out with was before you guys were even at ST, so I was probably 20, 21. I might have been 21 at the time. I don't know, man.
Yeah, if you were underage, maybe he's like, fuck it, I don't want to ruin this kid's life.
That's maybe. I've had probably 9 or 10 close calls just like that too.
Yeah, isn't that weird how that happens? I wonder how you got to know that the cops know that they're close calls and they're helping people, right?
No, I think they're occupied with other shit, like other calls coming in, and they're just like...
This one they didn't know because the scariest one that ever happened is during my darkest times ever. I was in the square at this dude's apartment, and this guy, he just sold mad heroin, and I remember he'd never get out of his bed, and I'd just be sitting like this. He'd be in his bed, and there was probably about 4 or 5 other people just hanging out, getting all fucked up. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, dude, just like out of Call of Duty, but real life, ding, and smoke. And just get down the fucking ground, get on the fucking ground.
Like one of the flashbang grenades?
As a flashbang grenade, dude. And I'm fucking, my heart's going now just thinking of it. I was just so fucking scared and got on the ground, and it was like a movie, and fucking like 3 dudes butt rushed in and pinned us all down on the ground and shit. And they just started searching this dude's house for heroin for about, I don't know, it seemed like fucking hours. It was probably like 20, 30 minutes. They couldn't find anything.
Were they cops?
Holy
no, it was
shit.
fucking...
Are you kidding me?
Dude, it was SWAT. And fucking, they didn't find anything, right?
So they couldn't even find anything on you guys?
Bro, they didn't find anything. They found like
You guys had already...
They sound like needles and things like that, but they didn't care about any of that, right? But you're never going to fucking believe this, dude. They leave, and then about 20 minutes later, after we all cool down and everything like that, the dude who owns the apartment and who would never get out of the bed, he goes under his bed and goes like this, and literally is this big, and pulls out a thing of heroin this big, and he goes, "We are so lucky right now." I would have went to jail if they would have found that with him.
Oh yeah,
you know what
fucked.
I mean?
Yeah.
That was probably the scariest, and I've never even seen that much heroin in my life either. I was like, holy shit, that's where you keep it? Right there? What the fuck?
So it was just under his bed? It wasn't in a compartment or anything?
It was wrapped, like, when you see in the movies, like wrapped a bunch, like, it was like a big thing of heroin, just wrapped a shit ton over and over and over again.
Yeah,
just like if you took it and just threw it in the far back of your bed, like not hidden or anything, and they didn't find it. And they searched everywhere. I don't know how they didn't fucking find it.
They have dogs?
No, they didn't have dogs. No.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was
dude.
fucking crazy, dude. Fuck, I'm getting my heart's fucking going just thinking
Right?
about that shit, dude. That was so scary. And what's even scarier is just thinking about like what could have happened. Like, damn, man.
You've been fucked right there, dude. That'd have been probably some jail time.
Yeah.
Because they would want to hit you with whatever they could just to fuck that dude over too.
Just thinking about that fucking apartment is so gross because like he had a dog.
Dude.
And it would just tile, and he'd never take it out, and there would just be shit piles all in the fucking tile, and fucking it was just so gross. It's like, what was I doing there, you know?
It's fucking sad, dude. It's the things that you do and the things that you'll deal with just to fucking get a fix. It's
You
crazy.
can walk by it, dude. It's fine.
I don't want to mess up the integrity of it.
Don't fuck up the focus.
Seems like every one of those houses either had a kid or a dog that was shitting on the floor.
I didn't see. I'm glad I didn't see any kids like that, but I did see kids that the saddest is when you're going to the methadone clinic and all the fucking moms come in and they're either pregnant or they have their baby that's coming down off of it too and shit. Like that's just like fuck. I couldn't imagine just a baby just, you know, I hear these stories are just screaming literally for 30 days straight, just withdrawing, you know, from fucking, because these women get pregnant while they're on heroin and then they get on the methadone. And
What's scary now is with all the what's that fentanyl that's killing everybody. Didn't somebody toxicology report just come back, or somebody else famous got killed by that shit, the fentanyl. Anyways, there was somebody
yeah, I think
that just made me go, holy shit! That
was it a baseball player?
Maybe.
Well, there was a Diamondbacks player or
Former Diamondback pitcher.
Yeah,
baseball player.
Yeah.
Fucking
that dude had no idea.
And it's not normal fentanyl that's killing people. It's the super. It's called super fucking fentanyl.
Yeah.
And it's like 1,000 times stronger than just fentanyl. So when people are like, fentanyl is killing people, we need to get that shit off. No. The Chinese have made this shit. So it's super fucking strong. And it's the shit that's killing people. So it's kind of like it's fucking the Cold War. Like they're sending in shit over here and they're fucking killing people. That's like...
Yeah, because that's the only place you can manufacture it.
The only place that it's manufactured is in China. Is this super fucking
duper and they're manufactured in the buttloads.
No, the problem is then, and I hear even stories of this now, unfortunately, of there's all these people, and I'm so glad, like I've said this before, I'm not an addict now because I would definitely die.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many people now with their own pill pressers. So they get the fentanyl or whatever, and they can press the pill to whatever they want. It could say it's a 30 milligram Percocet, but it's really, X amount of fentanyl, which
with baby
and if you don't know about fentanyl is meant to be dispersed in the patch over a 3-day period
in micrograms.
Yeah, very small doses, and when you take too much of it at a time, obviously it's going to suppress your breathing to the point where you're just not going to.
And a lot of these people are dying. They're thinking they're taking cocaine and they're taking fentanyl. How crazy is that?
It's called carfentanil, CARFENTANIL, and it takes 2 milligrams of regular fentanyl to kill a person. This takes 0.02 milligrams. So what is that? A 20th?
Yeah.
So, holy shit.
doing drugs isn't as fun these days.
Yeah, as you're choking over there.
This isn't a drug, bro.
I know it's medicine.
This is my fucking
medicine.
This is my 5:52 p.m. dosing.
Yeah.
They say this is from San Diego DEA. They're making pills that look like Xanax and OxyContin.
Yeah, everything, all of them.
Yeah. And they're like the little itty bitty, like a grain of salt in cocaine can kill you. That sucks, because sometimes mom don't watch this, but cocaine is fun sometimes, Fucking.
It's a hell of a drug.
I wouldn't. That's why I don't touch it anymore. Is because I don't. I've heard of 3 or 4 friends, not friends, but acquaintances that have died from doing coke laced with this shit, and it's not worth it.
Yep, scary.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh, do you have plans of seeing the Joker soon?
Fuck yeah, dude. I want to see it.
Yeah. I was hoping you were gonna have seen it so we could talk about it.
No, I definitely want to go see it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
So let's talk about the new puppy.
Yeah, dude. Fucking new dog coming Saturday.
It's a
English pointer.
How old's it gonna be? 12 weeks.
10, I think. 9 or 10.
And what name did you pick?
Josie. Jojo.
Have you puppy-proofed the house?
Fuck no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I did. It's called Abby.
Yep.
I'm hoping Abby puppy-proof is the house.
Yeah.
It'll be funny though to see if she
She'll
takes
probably bring like the young back out of Abby.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah. Or she'll be motherly. You know what I mean? I doubt that. I doubt that she's just gonna play constantly with her. You know what I mean? That's what I think's gonna happen. Abby's just gonna be fucking constantly playing.
Do you think she'll be weirded out at first because there's seeing you love another animal like that?
Yeah. Oh
What is
fuck
it?
yeah,
Do you
dude.
think she'll get jealous?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't wait to get Fabius a brother.
Yeah.
Probably within like a year or two, I want to get a house and then backyard so he can have another husky brother or sister
Yeah.
to run around with.
Dude, people are doing some cool stuff for backyards. Like they'll take like the side of their house. They'll like cut just a little part of the wall, and it will go out to like a little cage thing, so they can go out and go to the bathroom during the day, and part of the grass, and they can't. Nothing can get in, and that way you don't have to worry about people coming in the house through the doggy door or anything.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're doing some cool shit, man.
You gonna do that to your backyard or?
No, dude, my house is fucking. My house isn't set up to really do that.
Are you gonna train the
Yeah.
dog for bird hunting and all that? Like
Oh
you
yeah,
did?
dude, it's the best thing you could do for obedience.
So
That training is the best thing you could
you
do.
give it to Guy.
Yeah, shout out to Guy Mollicone. Go check out Mollicone Kennels. They're doing, I think they have one more rattlesnake training this year. Excuse me.
The mic a little bit more. Turn to Brian.
Fucking noob.
Mollicone Kennels on Facebook. Check them out. Best trainer in the valley. Yeah, he actually hit me up yesterday, and he's like, "Come on, dude, where's this pup? Hurry up!"
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's all ready, man. He's the best, man. He really is.
Yeah, we gotta get him back on.
Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure.
I'm being asked about if we're gonna throw a party at 100 episodes with all the guests. Someone mentioned that. I was like, we could do it at your house, not your house. To get the person who mentioned it.
Yeah.
I said 5 bands, 5 cakes, $5. We could do that at your house, right,
dude.
Don Rose?
Fuck no.
Why?
Party house?
Well, we make it a party house.
Yeah, we'll turn it into one, dude.
Yeah. No, but what do you think about approaching episode 50? You excited?
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Kind of can't roll up fast. I didn't expect it that fast.
Yeah, I didn't either. Hopefully, fuck, I don't even remember what I was gonna say. I'm fucking ripped. I don't even know how many blunts deep today.
Yeah, man.
Did you see Danzig videos almost up to 20,000 views?
Really?
Yeah, I knew that
It's
would
at
happen.
19,994.
Wow. That's crazy, dude.
What do you think about all that UFO shit with Rogan? That dude was on.
I think that dude is awesome.
Did you know about him before?
Yeah, I've known about him for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I told you about him a while
I'm sure you
ago.
have.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, I remember you telling me. I don't connect like, oh, that was him.
Yeah. No, that shit was awesome. I just wish that other douchebag wasn't there. That guy fucked up the Bob Lazar interview, and he fucked up that interview too.
He fucked up the documentary.
Yeah. So that was a bummer.
You know what's funny is when I saw him, I was like, Joe Rogan had him back? Because he kind of talked shit about him on another podcast after. He was like, yeah, I want to find out if Bob Lazar's full of shit or not. I'm trying to tune in with Bob Lazar. And then you have this other guy over here going like this. And so I was surprised they had him back. And you could tell he was getting annoyed again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
His name is Jeremy Corbell.
Yeah, he's annoying as fuck.
Douchebag director.
Yeah, it was just. Did you see that Don Rose, the Bob Lazar doc?
No, I didn't.
No.
But I saw the Netflix documentary, though.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I thought it was pretty interesting. I didn't know anything about this
Well, I mean, the subject matter is very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about. There's probably about 35 minutes that could be cut out of it because he's putting himself in the documentary. Like,
Yeah.
why would the filmmaker do it? It starts off with like an 8-minute
phone thing.
dramatic thing. There's another scene in the middle of the movie where has the phone on the counter and he's just waiting, and then some of the camera angles are super jarring when it's just on Bob Lazar, and then it cuts like 3 different camera angles. Like, you don't really need to. You could keep it on 2 or even just 1. Like, it doesn't have to be like all crazy.
Yeah.
Like the edits and shit.
Yeah, it was cheesy, dude. It was annoying.
But you don't even need to watch it because you already know all that crazy shit. So
Yeah, they should have talked about some other shit. That dude's been through hell, man.
Lazar?
Yeah, dude, he's been through hell, man.
Did you see how the pilot said, I talked to Bob Lazar. He's not crazy. He's a normal, smart dude.
Yeah.
So that kind of clicked in my head. I think that gives
Credence.
him a little more credibility.
Yeah. Yeah, man, you got a fucking pilot who's got billions of dollars, you know, and probably training and the plane that he's flying, you know. That's credibility right there, you know what I mean?
$70 million for a Super
Well, it's not just that. He was saying the things that he saw, there's, 5-6 other people at a time seeing those things, but then 40 of those incidences on the East Coast and, all over the world. So it's pretty...
Yeah. They've been,
So people like him that are credible, not just these,
Yes.
lunatics off the street.
Yep, other pilots. Pilots have been talking about it for years, man.
The only thing that's
John Lear has been talking about it for years, and John Lear was a pilot. He flew. I mean, I think he held the record for most certificates to fly different types of planes, and he was flying for the CIA and FBI, and he's been talking about it for years. He's kind of on the outside crazy, but still, it's John Lear. I mean, that dude, he's known some people. His dad created the Learjet. Like,
Yeah.
that dude's got some credibility, but he's kind of out there.
The guy I would love to pick his brain to get on here would be the guy from Fire in the Sky. What's his name?
Travis Walton.
That
Dude,
would be amazing.
we should try to get
And
him on
what's
here.
crazy is I was talking to Alan recently. He's obsessed with Travis Walton, and that's like his idol. And he just met him recently because he went to the UFO convention, whatever Congress thing that was just here, and that would have been
every year.
That would have been a good time to ask him to come on.
Yeah.
So I want to stay more proactive and seeing when he comes to town, because that would be awesome.
I would really love to get Ian Punnin on.
Who's that?
He hosted Coast to Coast. He still hosts Coast to Coast every once in a while, I believe. But he's out of Phoenix. He's I think he does something maybe for ASU or something. But he hosts Coast to Coast. He's a cool dude. He's like he's a religious scholar and shit. He's a real cool dude.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to reach these people, because it'd be interesting to.
Yeah,
that'd be a different subject on here that we haven't really touched on. That would be fun to talk about. And
it's funny, we were talking to Mike, and I kept on trying to say this, but then I would just jump to something else, and it's kind of weird to hear him talk about how he's he goes to church and stuff, because I see Mike as he's somebody that's always asking questions, and I think that for somebody that's always asking questions, I think you would get to a point with organized religion where those answers that you get back you can't get the answers, when you keep asking questions. So I was really surprised to hear him say that, he's still part of the faith and stuff. It's just kind of weird.
He's all about that.
Oh, I know. I've talked to him about it before. Just, when you got somebody that's always asking why, like at some point in those things you get told, well, we can't answer that because, God's all knowing and there's a reason for everything, but, we can't question God. It's like, what?
Yeah.
So, anyways.
What's your recent beliefs now?
The same, dude. I don't know. I have no idea.
Pretty stupid to just think huh?
Yeah, it's kind of what's the word? Not
retarded. Oh, sorry.
Arrogant.
This thing's done. I can't keep this thing lit.
It's really fucking arrogant to think that, you
set this bitch on fire.
You're one of the only people that know what really happens.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of arrogant.
I think it's hilarious. There's thousands of different religions, and every person thinks they're right.
Yeah.
They all kind of believe the same thing in a way too.
Yeah. Yeah. Sun god mythos.
It was funny when 9/11 happened. I worked with a guy named, I don't know if I should say his name. Actually, I don't give a fuck. His name was Ghassan Abdel Khader.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
He was really awesome. He's a really nice, cool guy.
I remember him.
We used to play basketball.
Talking to me about the Quran.
Okay. So excuse me. I had deep conversations with him.
Yeah.
I let him try to convert me.
Yeah.
So just because I was so interested when 9/11 happened, and he looked like, if you saw him on an airplane, you would think he was going to blow the motherfucker up. Like, he had the beard and everything, like, and the name, you know what I mean? He looked like a terrorist. He was cool, the nicest dude ever. But we'd have these deep conversations about the Quran. He gave me one. Yeah. And at the same time, I worked with this very, 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 very hardcore Christian to the point where I remember at the time he wouldn't let his kids watch Harry Potter because it had sorcery in it. And I'm like, oh, my God. And this guy actually... So it was very interesting 9/11 happening and just talking to these guys about their religions. And the Christian guy actually, I'm not even fucking with you, took a piece of paper one day on his break. I would spend my breaks on a whole hour breaks talking to these guys. And he took a piece of paper and he wrote 7 Roman numerals down and said how in the Bible there's 7 stages in all of, like, pretty much eternity, I guess, until the end of time, and how we're pretty much on 7 and everything's coming to the end. And I asked him, I go, the end of the world is going to come within our lifetime? And he was convinced that it's going to happen. And I actually, so I asked him, I go, so he thought, Jesus is going to come down, all the people are saved, we're going to go up to heaven, then it's going to be hell on earth and all this bullshit. So I said, I go, what's going to happen? I go, if we're standing here right now, like, say you're him, and I go, and Jesus comes down and saves everybody, what's going to happen, like, right now? Like, what's going to happen to you? He goes, I'm going to disappear. And I go, like, poof? And he goes, just like this, he goes, like, poof. And I started dying laughing, bro. I was like, oh my God, bro, I'm sorry. Like, I hope this happens, please. And the funny thing was, he said it was going to be hell on earth for pretty much me, unless, like, last second I'm like, Jesus, I love, or whatever you say, and
whatever you say.
But the funny thing was, is the conversations are slightly different in the beliefs, but Ghassan had the same idea that it was eventually going to be hell on earth, but the opposite. Like, he would go to heaven, it's going to be hell on earth. Like, they both thought they were going to heaven, it was going to be hell on earth for the other guy. Yeah. But it's like, this kind of the same shit. You guys are...
It's bullshit.
I mean, I know it's Jesus and Muhammad, but I'm saying it was just
bullshit.
kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Anyways.
But those are fun times when you're young. And
I had a guy at work one time, like, go after me because he
What do you mean go after you?
Well,
he touched you?
Like,
he grabbed you like that?
Yeah.
He grabbed you?
He tried. It was that one guy at work that he grabbed you. He was super hardcore Christian, and his whole thing was, he even told you straight up, hey, my job is to bring you into the flock, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna constantly try, and I would just fuck with him because I know a lot about that shit, so I would constantly just kind of like bring him in circles, you know what I mean?
That's the funnest shit to do.
But this is over like weeks, periods, you know what I mean? So like it would get super intricate. And so one time he thought he was gonna like move up in the company if he did something like this. So he basically complained that what I was doing in my job, I was taking too long, and that somebody should basically go take a look at what I'm doing and admonish me or get me in trouble.
Will this get you in trouble?
I don't care. He's not there anymore. Oh, and so he goes. So I find out about it.
HR department looking out. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. I find out about it, and he comes up to me and he tells me, and I go, dude, why would you do that? You know what I'm going. It was when you were sick. And I go, what I'm going through in my life. And he goes, yeah, and this dude has been trying to, the whole time for like 5 years, Jesus loves you, Jesus loves you, Jesus loves you. I hate that shit. And so he goes, Brian, you know why I had to do it. This is company needs this. And I looked at him, I go, this isn't something that Jesus would do. and he lost it. He fucking lost it. And I knew he was going to lose it. So I was like, Jesus wouldn't act this way. And he fucking went to go grab me, and I shut the door on him. And he went to go open the door, and I just turned around. And I went, man, this isn't very Christian of you, man. And he lost it. He fucking ran outside. Oh, it was funny, man.
Yeah, those guys get aggressive.
Dude, it's so... They're fucking hypocrites, man.
Big time hypocrites.
Yeah.
Big
and
time.
He tried to tell me, like, the craziest shit, too. Like, dinosaurs aren't real, and fucking, you know, the Earth's only
That's a whole thing
3,000
now.
years old, and all this. And I'm like,
what
dude...
was his religion? He was a Christian?
Yeah. His religion was idiocracy, and he was a fucking idiot. And... you know what I mean? Like, here we are in this job doing a thing where, like, you're working in a high-tech world, and you're telling me that the Earth's only 3,000 years old? It'd be like somebody who's, like, works in, like, you know, NASA coming up to you and going, Earth's really flat, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, dude, you're fucking crazy.
You guys are
man.
sending things to outer space. And
Yeah. It's fucking weird, dude.
George Bush said that shit. He's like, yeah. The second George Bush. It's like, yeah, the world's only 10,000 years old.
Yeah.
Dude, you're the president?
Yeah.
All types of dumb shit.
Yeah, but hey, the fucking Pope did go out and say a while back that aliens are probably real and it's okay. It doesn't mean that, you know, anything's different. So at least they're new age. They're all about it.
Yeah.
So
Have you ever fucked with Mormons? What?
have I ever fucked with them? Like what? Like hung out with them or
I don't know.
like fucked?
Have you ever fucked a Mormon?
Have you ever fucked a Mormon?
They're the fucking nuttiest.
Yeah. There's always the bad seed.
Yeah.
No, I saw a couple the other day on a bike, and they were making eye contact, and they were so friendly, asking me how I was doing. I was super ripped, and I just... Sometimes I want to talk to people, sometimes I don't. And I just didn't want to talk to them, and I just felt like a dick after I walked by, because they're so nice, but it's like, fuck you. Get off your bike, take off that stupid tie.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I tried just to stay away.
Have you ever had friends that you've been friends with like for a while, and then like you find out they're Mormon? You're like, what, man? I fucking did beer bongs with you and smoked weed with you, and you're Mormon.
I'm not gonna say who it is, but I had a friend. I don't even know how close you were to him. He passed away, but he lived two different lives. He lived the life of a Jehovah Witness, and he was getting married.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And his wife thought he was straight edge, and then this other life of just... As a matter of fact, I think I did heroin I did do heroin the first time with him, but I didn't realize I was doing heroin at that time, because he was just like, I got opium or something like that. And I'm just like,
that's what they all say.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? And next thing I know, I'm smoking off tinfoil, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I Google it when I get home. I was like, oh, no, that was heroin.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But anyway, and it sucked, because after he died, living this crazy life of doing all these drugs, you know, his wife came to me, and I had to explain this whole other life to her, and she was just crying. You know how awkward that was, and fuck, man.
Yeah, that's
so yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I didn't like find out. I like just saw a person live like this super, like I don't know. It was really very, very odd.
Double life.
It was a double life, but he was the nicest,
It's always like that,
sweetest,
though, dude. It's always a double life.
nicest, sweetest, coolest dude ever, though, man.
A lot of double life. Because I don't think anybody knew for the longest time that I was using.
I had no fucking idea. And me and Brian were pretty close.
Yeah.
Well, not pretty close, but close. You know, I had no idea.
I mean,
Well, I think, what depends on the time period.
So when I first started using, I don't think
Is
anybody
that
knew.
the house?
Idea until you fucking.
Fabius, lay down. Fabius, lay
Yeah,
down.
I don't care.
I had no
Fabius.
idea until you OD'd at the party.
Lay down. Is it at Todd's or in high school you're talking about? I knew from the get-go.
I wasn't. But I wasn't using heroin in high school.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, the pill level was the next level when you're at the house, and I
Yeah.
remember going over there and buying pills off of you, and you were like nodded off and not even
Yeah.
remembering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of people had no fucking clue. That's for sure. Because, you there's certain things there that the stigmas that are with it. So if you don't play in those stigmas, then
Yeah, I don't think there was a couple years I knew.
yeah. So
I don't think I did.
if you have a job, you're fucking fine. Basically, I mean, if you can hold a job, you can hide that
There's
shit.
a lot of very good functioning drug addicts.
Yep.
I was
And
that
alcoholics.
I think all of us were.
Yeah.
I was that until I did heroin.
Yeah.
I mean, I was an alcoholic all in my 20s. I bought pills all in my 20s.
Yep.
I had a 2-story house. I paid all my bills on time. It wasn't until I
Yeah.
got the heroin that
Yeah.
fucked
You
it
were the
all
first.
up.
You were the first out of all of us to buy a house. I remember
I
you
know,
bought
but-
a house at like fucking 20 or 19. or
No, I
something
was
like that.
23. But the thing is, I realized I look back on that time period as, well, obviously a lesson, but just being lucky. But really, I was just I don't want to use the word victim, but I was part of the
American dream.
no
bullshit.
no that mortgage crisis.
Yeah.
That they handed out mortgages just to everybody. I didn't actually probably really qualify, and I got
Yeah.
one. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
That's what I mean. The American dream. Go buy a house and become super in debt.
so I remember having that house and then being 23 24, and then I would have a guy like come do the rugs, and he'd be like 28 or 29, and he'd be like, "You're 23, how you have fuck do you have all like he and I'm like, I'm no better than you, dude. Like, I just got fucking lucky because my neighbor was the HR lady, you know what I mean? And like I actually told him that, like, it was just it was like a lucky opportunity that I just took advantage of. And I don't think I was probably ready for the house at the time, even though I mean, I handled it fine. But like I said, I probably shouldn't have had that mortgage. A lot of people got mortgages that they shouldn't have gotten.
Yeah.
I know so many people that did the short sell. You did what happened with yours?
Well, I fucked up a bunch of like different. I could have saved it numerous amounts of times. I was just so hardcore into drugs that I just
Quit caring.
quit caring. But yeah, pretty much just went to. I don't remember what happened. It just fucking it wasn't mine anymore.
Went
One
to
day.
probate. Probably. Yeah. It probably got foreclosed on.
Yeah, foreclosed on. Exactly, it got foreclosed on, and yeah. So.
Yeah. It was crazy. Crazy times. What are you doing, goofball?
You gotta go poopy? Can you sit? Sit. Sit. Baby, sit. Speak. Speak. Good boy.
Sit, boo boo, sit.
Bang. 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 Don't fuck up the camera. Good boy. Good boy. He's being a little sweeter now. Not as cray. What time we got, Little Mac?
We're at 42.
So any like movies or anything or
No, man.
shows?
I've been watching Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I think
catch
I've
up on
talked
that.
about that
Yeah.
already. Yeah, it's good, dude. It's really fucking good. It's a good show.
I'm
that,
having
that dude's probably that dude and Tom Hardy are probably my two favorite actors right now. That dude's a badass.
Who?
Cillian Murphy. The bad motherfucker.
Yeah, I just saw a badass video on him breaking down all his roles. Like,
Yeah.
there's like these little 20-minute videos that actors will do, just talking about how they got into all the roles and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he's cool as shit, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with Tom Hardy and this whole Marvel Disney thing. I hope we see Tom Hardy in MCU, not the Sonyverse.
with Venom.
Yeah, because they're gonna be doing the Venom, with Woody Harrelson as Carnage.
Yeah, no, but I thought that was just Sony that
I'm hoping that they're gonna.
cross it.
Yeah, they're gonna cross it. They'd be smart too. I mean, that's big money.
It'd be dope if like other characters like the symbiote went on like the Hulk or something like that, or like.
Oh, that will happen, dude.
In the movies, if it
Yeah.
happens, because I know
Does that
it's
happen in the
happening.
books?
Oh
Happening
yeah,
right now
it's
in the
happening
books.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
the symbiote just took over the Hulk, right?
Well,
So
there
what
was a
happened
cover
then?
that just came out last
What's
week.
that look like?
It's pretty badass, dude. It just came out last week.
So it's like a Venom Hulk?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Venomized Hulk cover by not Adi Granov. Is it Adi Granov? It might have, no, Dale Keown. Keown, I think. Dale Keown. Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker. Check it out on the CBSI or the CBSI Hot 10 show at the Tales from the Flip Side. That's badass
How the fuck do you stop
motherfucker.
that?
Fuck. I don't know. Who knows? Bad motherfucker though.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm having real fun watching Mr. Robot again after trying to, because Jordan hasn't seen it and Mr. Season 4 is coming up. But when you know that Christian Slater's the dad and you see all the framings of the shots, it actually makes you realize like how more obvious it is.
Yeah.
Because when Christian Slater's talking to the group, like Elliot will be in the back and then it'll be vice versa. I don't know. It's just like way more obvious. It's just cool like how they do that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I love things when you watch it the second time. It makes you want to watch it the second time because if there's things like The Prestige, for example.
Isn't there something? Didn't that dude just get cast in something cool?
What's his name?
Rami?
Rami Malek. He just cast in something cool, I think. Not too long
I'm
ago.
sure he is because he's fucking doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker, dude.
Yeah. Right on. So, yeah.
Are you a Sleep Token fan, Keith?
Yeah, a little bit.
Are you? Because they're coming November 13th. I'm fucking.
I just can't stand at concerts right now.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Are you not going?
I'm gonna go. I'm
Fucking
probably
A,
gonna
we
go.
have to,
Yeah.
man.
There's this who comedians. There's a few comedians that are coming that were good. I can't remember who they are though.
Joe's coming, right?
Joe
December,
Rogan?
I think.
I mean, I don't. I've seen him.
Same with me. I'm not a big fan of this Joe stand-up.
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing him at the Comedy Store, but in those like big arena settings
Yeah.
with the phone thing, and it sucks, dude.
Yeah, I mean his comedy routine is great, but I just don't want to go see it exactly in this.
The last time I saw him was just such a big venue, and it's cool, but it's not
You're
as cool
far away.
when you're just right there. It's unbelievable the shows that you can see at the Comedy Store for $5, $10, $15. Like you could see 4 or 5 of the top comedians in the world.
Every night is sold
almost
out.
every night. Yeah.
Every night.
Yep. I wonder when you have to get your
That's
tickets.
like a bucket list shit, you know?
Well, 2 years ago when I would go there, it was just about, a few days a week before, But the last time I went, if I didn't get them, more advanced than possible, then they'd be taken. It sucked.
I want to see Tom Segura live. I fucking love his stand-up.
I'm not a big fan of. I don't watch much stand-up as I used to. I need to start watching more. I used to
Did
watch
you watch
it all
Bill
the
Burr's?
time. No.
Oh, it's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
You watch Chappelle's?
I watched Chappelle's.
The reason why Bill Burr's is good is because it's just like Chappelle's, where it's kind of talking back to the crazy movements that are going on, and
Yeah.
Bill Burr, how he just rants in his ways is just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch every Bill Burr special from now on because it was like probably 2 specials ago or something.
The one with
I was
the
on.
gorilla.
I can't remember. Yeah, it was the one with the gorilla. I was on mushrooms when I watched it. You know how certain things just connect with you when you're on mushrooms, and it's just like it was even funnier. So I almost took a mushroom cap this last time when I watched it. He's so fucking funny.
That again.
But
I want to go on that journey that you're afraid to go on.
Fuck that.
the heroic.
Yeah, for sure. I need to, man.
He-
Last time I took it, I was on Prozac. I got off Prozac, and I think
You took mushrooms on
on
Prozac?
Prozac, I didn't feel anything.
Jesus.
Because they're inhibitors. Prozac is, I think the Prozac got in the way of psilocybin, so I didn't feel a fucking thing. I took 3.5 grams. Jesus, Brian, that's the second time. Got that on audio.
You okay, Fabi? It's okay.
Why do I do no?
He's so scared. It's okay, buddy. Come here. Come here. It's okay.
But I watched that one, the Bill Burr stand-up, one that was before this one, Bold the Gorilla, with my dad. My dad fucking laughs his ass off, man.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, when my dad laughs, it sounds like he's having a heart attack. It's like,
That's a wrap.
Bang!